London born, Watford and Manchester City raised, but most definitely Dortmund bred. Jadon Sancho was on cloud 9, tearing it up in the Bundesliga like a football wizard. Bundesliga team of the season in 2019 and 2020? Check. Almost bagging the Golden Boy and Copa Trophy in 2019? Double check. But how does one of the most exciting young players in European football end up spending 4 months in exile at his own club, at odds with his manager over a subpar training session and a social media post? How does one of the most eagerly anticipated signings in Manchester United's recent history find himself changing in an academy dressing room, with the door locked to comply with safeguarding guidelines? How does the 4th most expensive player in the club's entire history end up having his meals delivered to him in a lunchbox due to a ban from the first team canteen? We're here to answer these questions. But first, let's rewind back to when it all started. Early career. Jadon Sancho kicked off his football journey at Watford when he was just 7. Facing commuting issues, he moved into Watford-provided accommodation at 11. At 14, he made a move to Manchester City for £66,000, potentially rising to £500,000. Despite shining in City's academy, a dispute over playing time assurances led to his omission from the preseason tour squad in 2017. Sancho's attempt to engineer a move away signaled tension, and City wasn't impressed with his attitude after missing training. Drama, dilemmas, and a rising football star in the making. That's the Jadon Sancho story so far. Dortmund. Sancho swapped the English Premier League for the Signal Iduna Park in the summer of 2017. Having decided there were too many hurdles in his path into the first team at Etihad, Sancho moved to the Bundesliga. 3.5 short seasons later, and Sancho is a world-class winger with 46 goals and 64 assists in 104 Bundesliga games to his name, who has also collected a DFB Cup, DFL Super Cup, and 19 England caps to date. He broke records from the moment he moved to Germany, becoming the first ever player born in the 2000s to score twice in a Bundesliga match, and the youngest ever to do so for Dortmund, before becoming the youngest player to score 10 Bundesliga's goals in one season. It was, then, no surprise to see him swiftly break into the England squad, where he has become an important player under Gareth Southgate. Jadon Sancho, Erling Haaland, and Jude Bellingham were part of the Dortmund team. Haaland is playing for City now, broke all the goal-scoring records of Prem, and Bellingham is in the Spanish capital, scoring goals and being compared to Ronaldo's debut season with Los Blancos. But where is Sancho? Man United and downfall. Manchester United's pursuit of Jadon Sancho was like a long-running saga. The Red Devils had their eyes on him since 2018, even haggling over the transfer fee in 2019. But in July 2021, they finally sealed the deal with a whopping £74 million. But fast forward 2 years, and Sancho has gone from being English football's next great hope into a ghost-like figure. Last season, he practically vanished from the United squad for months, and when he did show up, his performances were as inconspicuous as a ninja in the shadows. The speed, power, and creativity that once defined him seemed to have hit pause. Sancho ended up being far from United's star signing of the summer of 21. And his arrival was very much upstaged by Cristiano Ronaldo's shock return to Old Trafford. Sancho struggled to adapt to his new team as United endured one of their worst seasons in the Premier League, finishing 6th and picking up their lowest points total in 30 years. It was also a difficult season on an individual level, as Sancho scored only 3 times in the league. In his second campaign, he initially lived up to the club's hefty investment, scoring spectacular goals against Liverpool, Leicester, and Sheriff in the Europa League. However, his bright start dimmed as he contributed less and less, prompting Ten Hag to take drastic action, removing him from the squad and implementing an individual training program for his comeback. Sancho's return in February 2023 was met with fanfare, marked by goals against Nottingham Forest, Leeds, and Leicester. Yet, his resurgence was short-lived, enduring the season in unconvincing form. Various factors, including his absence from the England squad and a missed penalty in the Euro 2020 final, might have contributed to his struggles. A peculiar turn came when Sancho deleted all his Instagram posts and changed his profile picture. From October 2022, he was absent for 3 months due to physical and mental issues, training in isolation in the Netherlands. Reintegrated in February, he mainly played as a substitute during the 2022-23 campaign, scoring 7 goals in 41 appearances. The summer of 2023 hinted at a revived Sancho, with a sharp preseason showcasing potential. However, his stats since joining Old Trafford in 2021, 9 goals in 58 games, raised questions about his extraordinary talent. Sancho has only 3 league appearances this season. He found himself in hot water with Erik ten Hag's no-nonsense approach at Old Trafford. He vented his frustrations on X, formerly Twitter, when the United manager excluded him from the matchday squad in a recent game against Arsenal. This unfortunate incident left Sancho's relationship with the club in ruins. Ten Hag claimed that Sancho's training performances fell short of expectations. In a now-deleted social media post that was initially pinned to his profile, Sancho made it clear, "Please don't believe everything you read. I will not allow people to say things that are completely untrue. I've conducted myself well in training this week. I believe there are other reasons for this matter that I won't get into. I've been a scapegoat for a long time, which isn't fair." He went on to express his desire, saying, "All I want to do is play football with a smile on my face and contribute to my team." In a response to his outburst, Ten Hag took a firm stance, banishing Sancho from group training and making him unavailable for selection until he apologizes. As a result, he hasn't been part of United's past 4 matches, and it appears his time in this challenging situation will persist. United issued a statement clarifying the situation, stating, "Jadon Sancho will remain on a personal training program away from the first-team group, pending resolution of a squad discipline issue." Now, the question is, will Sancho ever play for United again? Following the initial fallout, there was speculation about a potential move to Saudi Arabia for Sancho since the transfer window for most of Europe's major leagues had already closed. There were even talks of a potential loan deal with an obligation to buy, but these discussions never materialized. With their transfer window now closed, Sancho was set to stay at the club until January, and now he's back to Dortmund on loan. Sancho described the moment saying it felt like coming home. Will he get his form back? Do let us know in the comments, and if you've enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button, and don't forget to ring the bell. We'll keep bringing exciting football content. Until next time, goodbye.